There is a way you can make money from supporting your favorite football club. Fan Token. Fan Token is the game changer.
Fan Token. How do I go about that, coach?
First, you need a phone.
Of course I have a phone.
A fan token is a cryptocurrency launched by a sports team, which can be used to influence club decisions, win VIP rewards and experiences, trade fan tokens, get exclusive promotions, chat with fans worldwide, engage in games, quizzes, and more.
Socios.com, a trusted app for crypto and sports fans where you get to purchase fan tokens. Socios.com uses Chile's token as its native digital token. So crypto meets sport.
So what club do you support?
How do I get my fan token?
You can sign up on Socios.com, top up your wallet with Chile's token, then you can exchange it with your favorite fan token. You can even influence your team's jersey, the training ground, or choosing the next fan event.
Whoa!
Easy peasy, right? The more you're active on the app, the higher your chances of winning amazing prizes. Socios.com has everything you need to get you closer to the team you love. Have your voice heard and earn yourself the status of a super fan.
Socios.com, more than a fan. And a
Supporting your country in the World Cup is super fun. So, how about you support them and earn money in the process? Join me every World Cup match day on Sports Fusion, where we talk about everything World Cup and give out cryptocurrency goodies.
Sport Fusion, where crypto meets sports.
Good evening and welcome to the show. This is Sports Fusion on CryptoTvPlus, where crypto meets sports. In case you're just joining us for the first time, following us on social media at CryptoTvPlus, and make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell. Do well to drop a comment of where you're watching from and how you feel generally about the ongoing 2022 FIFA World Cup. In the unfolding of events of the 2022 FIFA World Cup, today, March Day 7, the hosting country Qatar are staring down the barrel of an early exit from their home World Cup after Senegal beat the host to a 3-1 at the Al Tumama Stadium. The first match today was against Wales vs Iran, which ended 2-0 in favor of Iran. Golizade scored the first goal, which was disallowed by the VAR. The game, which was 0-0 to the 90th minute, suddenly produced a shock at 90+8 as Chesney scored the goal that spurred the joy to the entire stadium and viewers at an 90+11. Just after the first goal, Mehdi Taremi gave a beautiful pass to Rezane to bury the hopes of the Dragons of Wales, and the game ended at 2-0 in favor of Iran. Moving on, those hoping for a dynamic start from Qatar were left disappointed as Senegal grabbed control of a meandering match when Boulaye Dia scored the first goal at the 41st minute and broke the deadlock just before the break. Farama Didor, just after the halftime break, looked to have put the game beyond doubt, but Qatar then finally upped the tempo and broke their World Cup scoring duck thanks to a Bullet Mohamed Montari header. With 10 minutes to go, Senegal were suddenly on thin ice, but soon put the game beyond doubt when a smart move ended with a clinical Bamba dying finish. The result leaves Qatar on the brink of elimination, or we can say just like FTX, I think they have crashed out from the FIFA World Cup. So before we came on the show, we saw the games between Netherlands versus Ecuador, which ended in a 1-1 draw. Codigapos scored the first goal against Ecuador with an assist from Klaassen. And before the halftime, Estupinian scored a goal which was disallowed by the VAR. But at the start of the game, Ina Valencia scored the goal to put Ecuador on level terms and making him the top goal scorer at the present FIFA 2022 World Cup. Joining me in the studio for the first time is Success Onyebuchi Nwachukwu. He has had a problem with me calling him that, but he says his name is Son. Hello, Son. How are you?
Well, I'm doing very well. Thank you very much, and thanks for having me. Like she said, my name is Success Onyebuchi Nwachukwu, aka SON. That's my name.
Okay, welcome to the show, Son.
Yeah,
and
you.
I have with me the cap guy. You guys keep on, I would keep on repeating it. It's his signature, the cap guy, Michael Adebile.
Yeah.
How are you today, Michael?
I'm fine.
How's today been in general?
Finally a win.
Finally a win
for
the
African
African
side,
country, yeah?
Senegal. So that should be like the talking point for today. Okay. So I'm excited.
Okay, so I have a news for you. We'll be seeing more of Son on the show from next week. So you have to keep following us. And ladies and gentlemen, let's talk football. How did you see the game between Wales versus Iran with the red card from Wayne Hennessy, Son?
Well, for me, I think that game, was a game that actually, changed the stereotype when it comes to the World Cup. In the World Cup, we've seen a whole lot of, when it comes to, what's it called, upsets, up and down. We saw the Asians, how they are coming into the World Cup right now. The first one we saw, what Japan did, and we saw what Saudi Arabia also did, and now, we've seen another one, Iran. So definitely, we're hoping to see Qatar, do theirs. But I tell you, I think their best was not good enough when they faced, the Teranga Lions of Senegal, and they were unable, to get the result done. But for me, I think it's a well-deserved victory for the Iranians, because they put in their goal, they showed character, they showed that yes, they actually want this man. That's why they get the victory. So for me, I'm very happy and excited that the World Cup is not going a one-way route, just like how it used to be.
There's so many
this team will
events.
be this one, this thing will be this one. Now we saw what Japan did. You understand? It looks like as if everything was rosy, but
and
I tell you,
we've seen Iran too. I didn't expect Iran to win.
Nobody saw that. I am very sure for those who do you understand?
Where was Gareth Bale? Where's Gareth Bale?
Well, for me, I think Gareth Bale was just somewhere, chilling like some of those, will I say crypto coins that have crashed down.
Let's not. We don't want to think about what the bull market.
This is crypto meeting sports. So definitely, when we're talking, when we're analyzing, we try as much as possible to infuse some crypto terms
I feel
into
you.
it. So if you ask me, Gareth Bale is just there, just like when we have the Soul, when Soul was doing very well, but now Soul is actually, beneath the floor, doing very well, beneath the floor. So for me, I think Gareth Bale, yes, there's nothing he can do. He can't kill. He can't, do more than a dead rat. He has done it all. He has, played. This will be their first World Cup, ever. But I tell you, he did very well, scoring, getting the first goal, the equalizer, in their last match. So for me, they have 1 point. If they can go all and all to get the job done in their last game, definitely they might have.
Next 3 points.
Yes, they might have a chance. But it's so unfortunate that this World Cup is not like the other World Cup, where you say you want to get the best loser, because we have a complete team the way it is. You understand? So you might not have the best loser. If you're not in the top two, definitely you're out of the World Cup.
So basically, the World Cup has been full of so many ups and downs.
Yeah.
And we can't even say as a pundit or as an analyst or as someone who frequently predicts games, it has been a major turnover of events. So, Michael, let me come to you. Qatar versus Senegal. We've seen Senegal get their first win their first win, the first African nation to get a win in the 2022 FIFA World Cup.
Yeah, I think it would have been a disappointing one if Senegal were not able to at least beat Qatar, because we saw what happened on the first match day. Ecuador with Ena Valencia scoring 2 goals to downs their hopes. I think Qatar are not so much of a footballing nation, and then if Senegal, who are supposed to be one of the heavyweights of African football, if they can't pick maximum 3 points against Qatar, then it would have been a disappointment for them. Even with the absence of Sadio Mane, they've still got so many stars in there. There's Idrissa Gueye, there's Edouard Mendy, and then there's also Mendy in the midfield there as well. So it was an unexpected victory, and then fine, Qatar came to the party as well. It was looking as if the first half we were heading for another draw, but eventually we saw that they broke the deadlock, and then they never looked back from there. So this
Ecuador when they meet?
Well, for me, I think this is the World Cup, and at the same time, it's a tournament. It is not like the friendlies where you go all out there and you just want to give a shambolic performance. Now it is either you win or you lose, or you're out of the World Cup. So definitely, all you need to do is to go all out there
Bring
and
your
get the
A
job
game.
done. You understand? So if you ask me for Senegal, I think they all know that the group is now wide open. It's open for everybody. Anybody can qualify. The first can qualify. The second can qualify, and the third can qualify. It's only it all depends on what you do, in your last game. And for me, Ecuador, yes, Nigeria played against Ecuador, and we saw what happened. I think that game ended 2-1. So for me, I just think that they have what it takes, to get a job done in this Ecuador side. Now, Ecuador, yes, they have 4 points, you understand. But I think Senegal also can even top the group if they can win, their game. So for me, the group is just very wide open. It's just for them to go all out and do the, get the job done. But my problem is Senegal is no longer playing Qatar, which is the weakest, in that particular group stage. They are playing Ecuador right now, and I'm very sure, all things being equal, definitely the Netherlands might want to, go to Qatar and get the job done. Unless if maybe Qatar wants to prove a point that we can't leave this World Cup without, getting a victory, because that would be like a stain, in their name. At least if you cannot qualify, which is the most important, if you cannot qualify, definitely you should be able to win a game. You understand? You spent a whole lot. This World Cup is the most expensive World Cup. You look at the money, almost $230 billion, imputed into this particular World Cup. So if you don't get the job done, it looks like, as yes, you say it's not a footballing nation, but the truth is that they spent a whole lot of money to bring this World Cup, to reality. So they need to get a value for that money, and a value for that money simply means them getting at least a win. We saw what happened in what's it called? What happened with the Saudi Arabians when they won that game.
Yes, it was a thing. I mean, making it a national holiday.
Very good. And apart from that one, each of those players now definitely will be getting a Rolls Royce.
Because of the fact that let me hold you there. Michael has repeated that news about 5 times on the show. So I don't know if you have some Saudi Arabia brother or friend that is going to.
I'm sporting a cap, so I might be mistaken for a Saudi Arabia.
Oh,
so
yes, true. The
probably they
cap,
might adopt me at a point. But then, just like what you said, I think Qatar have everything to prove. They just scored their first goal today. They lost the first game by 2-0. Today, they eventually managed to score their first goal. They've lost both games. And
but I don't see Qatar making it out of the group stage.
No, they are knocked out already. Yes. Technically, on paper, they are now knocked out because of the results of the game that just ended. The one between Ecuador and Netherlands, we ended in a draw. So they are not in the running anymore to qualify. And just like what Son said, this is a 32.
So I heard that from the 2026 USA World Cup that they will be hosting. It will be about 48 countries coming to play.
That'll be massive. That'll be very massive. And I think this time it will be so crazy that everyone needs to up their game, and they're giving Africans. I think they're giving Africans another set so that they can be able to come out in mass. Over the years,
we need an African nation to win
they
the
have
World
been
Cup.
quarreling. They have been talking that no, Africans are not giving. You go to Europeans in the World Cup, they have more than almost a lot of slots, up to like 16 or something like that. So for me, I think Africans are actually feeling so kind of maybe cheated. They need more space for African countries, because if you have like 10,
I don't want to use the word discrimination.
No. But I think the reason is because one thing about football is that if you're not doing very well as a nation or as a continent, or if you're not doing very well as a league, I'm just using the Champions League for an instance now, you won't get a lot of slots. Look at what is happening.
The African, apart from the CAF Champions League, it has not built a lot of popularity. So it's more like the African football. It's not. It's not going.
It also has to do with your history in the tournament. Just like when you talk about CAF Champions League, for instance, there was a time Nigeria were able to produce at least 4 representatives for CAF Champions League. But as the time went by and we were not able to produce the success and recreate the success of the likes of Enyimba and all of that, our coefficient has been reduced. And finally, we now have to, just like what you said, we've had 5 World Cup spaces over the years. And then if it is now being extended to at least 48 teams, we should be able to at least get at least 8 in there. And then I don't think it's a matter of discrimination. It just goes to show how much history your continent has had in the tournament. Europeans have dominated, the South Americans have dominated, so they have much more coefficient. So if we don't, an African country has not even got to the semi-finals.
You're basically saying that
we have to do better if we want more space.
But are we getting this better in this present World Cup? That is the question. Are we getting the better we expect? Are we seeing it in this World Cup, or do we have to wait till 2026?
No, definitely. I think everything boils down to the team in question. If you ask me, I think Senegal should be able to do better. Looking at the depth of player, looking at the depth of
And
squad,
Senegal is
and the
one
kind
of
of
the
players that they
African
have.
nations that has made it to the quarterfinals of the
Yeah,
World Cup.
just one of the three.
Yes, they have. And think there was a time also we had the likes of Ghana also.
Yeah, Ghana in
Yes,
2010.
Ghana.
You understand?
Yeah.
So for me, I think there's a whole lot of things to actually look out for. We've seen Morocco play their first game, they drew, so they got 1 point. So if they can get another one, maybe like a 3 point in their next game, definitely they have 4 points. So I'm just hoping for the best. Yes, I'm hoping for the best.
Yeah, and they are currently in a group of death. They
Yes.
have Belgium, they have Canada.
It's looking hopeful for Senegal. I think they could make it out of the group stage.
Yeah, definitely. With what I'm seeing right now, I think they should be able. But
they are the ones that stand a better chance.
Yes, they stand a better chance if only they can defeat Ecuador, because I'm very sure Netherlands will definitely defeat Qatar. Looking at the depth of player, the depth of squad, the kind of player that they have in Queen State. So definitely they should be able to get the job done against a Qatari side.
And Ecuador is not, they're not easy fit. They're not an easy fit. The game I just saw right now, they really have class Netherlands guys, and then they were Estupinian of Brighton, Enner Valencia, the leading goal scorer in the Turkish league, currently plays for Fenerbahce, and is currently the highest goal scorer in the 2 goals in the first half, in the first game, one now is currently on 3 goals, and is the highest goal scorer currently. So they are going to pose Senegal a very big threat, and I think all attention will be on that particular game.
Okay, so lastly, Netherlands vs Ecuador with players like Van Dijk, Nathan Ake, Frankie de Jong, Memphis Depay. Is Netherlands not still a contender? And I know why. Let me tell you why I laughed when I mentioned Frankie de Jong.
Okay.
I'm a Man U fan. And I laugh at the fact that eventually he's going to be played against the same Man U he rejected because we're not going to the Champions League. And now he's back.
Why are you bringing your club beef?
I'm not saying why I laughed when I mentioned Frankie de Jong. But so do you think with the quality of players that Netherlands has?
Okay. If you ask me, looking at the Netherlands, I think over the years, for like 3, 4, 5 years, the Netherlands has not been a very strong side because I think they were on a rebuilding process. And I think at this time, this World Cup has actually
hold on, not to take your opinions alone. I need my viewers to drop your takes in the comment section. Do you think Netherlands is making it out of the group stages? Do you think Senegal is going to qualify and make it to the round of 16? Make sure you let me know in the comment section. Make sure you comment. I need to know your opinions. So let me come back to you.
So if you ask me, I will tell you that I think just like Nigeria now having a face off now this time because we're trying to rebuild the team. So for me, I think the Netherlands on the other hand are also trying to rebuild at some point. I think this World Cup now is another way to showcase them, because if you look at the Euros, if you look at some of the games that have been happening within the continent, they've not been pulling out, they've not been doing very well. The Netherlands that we know, Netherlands of maybe 2010, Netherlands of 2006, you have a very strong Netherlands team that when they meet you, they call them the Orange Boys. When they meet you, you see what they are made up of. So when you have the likes of Wesley Sneijder, you have a lot of players
Robin Van Persie,
who can come all out there and get the job done. But for me, I think they are still on a rebuilding process, and with the way it is now, yes, they can actually do something better.
Okay. So enough about the Netherlands. What are the I want to focus on you because I've been having Michael on the show. I know what he thinks. How he feels about the World Cup.
Let him have the floor.
It's just me and you today. What are the things we should expect from this World Cup?
Well, for me, I think the World Cup has started, and if you look at it very well, everybody has been excited. I've been excited due to the fact that we have a whole lot of shockers. We have a whole lot of upset histories have been made. We thought that Japan would be the only history until when we saw the likes of Iran doing another one also. So a lot of shocker in this particular one. If you ask me, fantastic goals. The one scored by the Saudi Arabians, also the one also scored yesterday by Richarlison.
Yeah.
So it tells you that the World Cup is not just an ordinary World Cup. And remember, there was a time they were like rooting for the World Cup to be played every 2 years. You understand?
Yes.
I think as a Wenger is still
It kills the truth. I mean, playing the World Cup every 2 years. I need to wait 4 years. Players need time to also train. I mean, look at Japan winning Germany. It's a lot of training, of course.
Yeah, and also they're like continental competitions that come up every 2 years.
Yes,
so having the World Cup will make it. I think familiarity brings about disrespect. Once we start having every 2 years, it takes this thrill away. You understand? This is not the AFCON. This is not the Copa America. This is not the Euros. It has to be the World Cup. The World Cup has always been held every 4 years, and it brings the truth. So we should continue having it every 4 years.
Okay, so son.
Okay.
Son, should I call you my son? No,
No, my son is still okay.
In me son.
Oh yes, him and son.
Well, that's my name anyway.
Okay, so son, let me go back to you. Your top 3 picks for the FIFA World Cup tournament.
Well,
Top
for
3
me,
countries.
my top 3. The first one should be the Brazilians. Definitely,
Everybody picks the Brazilians.
Definitely,
they've been doing very well. They have a whole lot of squad depth. Like you can't take away when you're bringing. You think you're bringing in. I don't know if these words are actually good on air, but if you're bringing demon, you're bringing another Satan. Do you understand? You're taking out demon and you're bringing Satan. Do you understand? So that's just how it is. You understand? There's a way you can use bad thing to compare good thing. You understand? So when I say bad thing makes a good example, that's what I'm just trying to talk about now. So if you ask me very well, I think this team, they have a whole lot of players, but I don't want us to be moved by what we see, because most of the time we still have some underdogs, a lot of players.
There's always an underdog. Every
team can come out now and get the job done. So if you ask me, I will take the Brazilian team. That's number one. I will also take the Portuguese team also number, and the next one is the Argentina. I think they also have they have their mojo, they have what it takes to go far in this World Cup.
Okay, so should we expect, since you've mentioned Argentina, should we expect the final between Portugal and Argentina? Because everybody is rooting, everybody is hoping we see to be the greatest turn in the history of football, to have Portugal and Argentina with Messi and Ronaldo playing their final World Cups in the final game.
Well, for me, I think over the last 10 years or 15 years, it has been these two players, you understand? So if you ask me very well, I think this is just like, if I'm not mistaken, this might just be, may not, but might just be their last World Cup. Ronaldo is 38, and this man was Messi is 35. So I call Ronaldo 38 is because he's very close. So very soon he's 37 and 35. They are both old. Their next World Cup, Ronaldo might just be.
Okay, so let me. Can I put you on the spot?
Okay.
If you were to choose between Portugal, I don't want to use the popular name. So if you were to choose between Portugal and Argentina, if there's a World Cup final like that, who are you rooting for?
Well, for me, I would choose the likes of Argentina to actually get this one done.
Michael, do you agree?
I do not agree. Wholeheartedly, I disagree.
Wholeheartedly,
with my whole heart, because I think football deserves a Cristiano Ronaldo World Cup. I think it deserves to lay his hands on that. That's been like the only missing one. And then he's worked so hard for the Portugal team. And then because of the country like Portugal, before now, they just add players. They've never been be able to lay their hands on trophies. Back their best finish at the World Cup was third in 1960 something with Eusebio. They eventually had the likes of Luis Figo and all of that. Who didn't win? But until Cristiano Ronaldo came into the fore, eventually led them to an Euros in 2016, led them to the UEFA Nations League in 2019, and I think this should be like the final icing on the cake. You understand?
We know that the international trophies Portugal has seen has been produced by Cristiano
Ronaldo left side.
Yes, definitely. Don't also forget the fact that Messi also led his team to the Copa America, and he has that one also, because people have been saying Cristiano Ronaldo, yes, has won the Euros, has won the Nations League, but also remember, Messi also has actually taken Argentina to the World Cup final. You understand? So these things should also sink in your head. I think
if you say take them to the World Cup final, is over exaggerating, because
I'm not trying to exaggerate.
He didn't score any knockout goal. I mean, he only scored in the group stages.
He didn't score any knockout goal. But if you ask me, you can't take away his input. That's one thing you need to understand. Most of the time, you don't really need to score goals before they understand your input. Look at Modric, for instance. When Modric won the Ballon d'Or, you can't tell me, yes, he didn't score much goals. He didn't score much goals, but it is as a result of his input into the team. He was just a midfielder, but he knows how to get the job done. So most of the time, I think you should also look at this without any form of bias. That these guys actually doing.
No, now this is the thing. The thing is that if you remove Lionel Messi from Argentina's side, they still have won the World Cup in the likes of the years of Maradona and all of the great players that they've had. So if you remove a Lionel Messi from Argentina, you still have an Argentina side that has won the World Cup before. If you remove a Cristiano Ronaldo from a Portugal side, you're going to have just a third place finish that they happened to have in 1966. So the impact of Cristiano Ronaldo in the Portugal side cannot be underestimated compared to what Messi has with the Argentina side. That's why I'm trying to say that if football, footballers, footballing nations, football fans deserve to have, the storyline should be complete by Cristiano Ronaldo laying his hands on that much coveted World Cup trophy.
Well, for me, I strongly disagree due to the fact that Messi, as a football player, has won everything he needs to win. When it comes to the Ballon d'Or, this man is the greatest. You can call him the gladiator when it comes to the Ballon d'Or. Well, he's the greatest and will continue to be the greatest because he still needs just the World Cup just to crown it all.
But don't you think, since you're mentioning Messi's Ballon d'Or, don't you think Messi winning the Ballon d'Ors he won is as a result of popularity contest? Because there has been so many speculations that the Ballon d'Or dragging between the both of them is just a popularity contest.
Well, if you ask him, when it comes to popularity contest, I think
last year's Ballon d'Or was supposed to go to Lewandowski.
Yeah,
everybody was rooting to Lewandowski, and it was awarded to Messi. So that particular extra Ballon d'Or to Messi was basically a popularity contest.
Well, for me, I think when you talk about a popularity contest, I think you should also look at it very well. Critically, when it comes to who is the most, I think the most followed player on Instagram, it is Cristiano Ronaldo. Who is the most followed, player?
Followers do not vote for Ballon d'Or.
No, it is still
people that vote for people that vote for Ballon d'Or.
We just talked about popularity. You understand?
People that are eligible to vote for Ballon d'Or are journalists and captains and coaches.
You also need to understand that this set of people are also in the social media. I hope you understand.
They are not
also in the social media because they are there. They have their
followings will not equate to winning the Ballon d'Or.
See, if you're big, you're big. That's what I'm going to say.
Definitely, Cristiano is bigger.
For me, I think Messi is actually big, and that's the reason why he has much more Ballon d'Or than the.
There have definitely been some years that he really didn't deserve it, and I think we can all be honest about that. There are years where he was robbed of Wesley Sneijder at the year where they won the treble with Inter Milan, and then they eventually gave it to Messi. So I think Ballon d'Or can be contested, but then there are certain things that cannot be contested. The likes of being the greatest goal scorer in the history of football. For every goal Cristiano Ronaldo scores, an history is being made.
Okay, so Michael, I just don't want to hear both of your opinions. I need you guys to comment. I need my viewers to comment. Let me know what you think. If we have eventually it might not be possible. There's a 30 to 70% chance of that being possible. But if we get a Portugal versus Argentina final, who do you think is winning this one? And don't just tell me Portugal. Don't just tell me Argentina. I need you to bring facts. Join the social media force. Tell me. Let me hear your comments. Let me hear your predictions. Let me hear what you think about a Portugal and Argentina final. So what do we expect from England versus USA? I mean, it's basically a mother and her child want to bring history into this.
Yeah, there's
well, for me, I think it is this is World Cup and this is football. We've seen a whole lot of things. We've seen a whole lot of upset. We've seen things happening. If you ask me, you would say yes. For the record, yes, the England have actually done it all. But when it comes to the World Cup, the England has never defeated the US of A. So it's only on the friendlies. The first time they met in the World Cup was.
He says US of A.
Yes, they met the first time in 1950, and that match ended in favor of the US of A. So they won that game. I think that one is still boiling down to them. It's still beating them hard, and that's the reason why. And the last time they met also.
Don't you think that the time frame is so long to hold such revenge?
Yes, it is. This is football because
I think it's more than just football for this match.
Yes,
actually,
there's
a whole lot.
And the last time they met in 2010 South Africa, and that game ended 1-1. You understand? So for me, I think they've not been able to.
So they're basically at loggerheads.
It is beyond the motivation for this game is beyond just getting 3 points at this point. For England, they won 6-2 in the first game. They are gone blazing. For USA as well, this is the best score they've ever come to a World Cup with, and I feel this is the time where they finally have to, get one against England.
England is the home of football. I always say it. England is the home of
according to what they make it feel, and they've not laid their hands on the trophy since 1966. So it has really eluded them. They've not had a trophy except until the women won the Euro the last time, and then that's the only trophy they've had to win.
Before I go on the quick break, who are you rooting for to win, England or USA?
Well, if you look at the kind of player that they have, you would, on paper, definitely you would want to say England should be getting this one because they played look at their last games, and at the same time their statistics. You will see England has actually played the US of A 11 times, and today will be the 12th time they'll be playing twice in the World Cup. Today will make it 3 times they'll be playing in the World Cup. So Captain Maguire is actually doing very well when he's actually putting
only the England shirt.
Yes,
the USA.
Yes, the 3 Lions. the Three Lions of England, definitely Maguire will give you his best. He's only not just doing well when it comes to the Red Devil, but I tell you, they played 11 games. England have actually won 8. They've lost 2 and they've drawn 1.
Okay, so son, scoreline.
Well, the scoreline, looking at how things are, definitely I want to give it to the English side, getting, let me just say 3-1. 3-1, Michael.
I think it will end in a draw, and then I rarely say this. I would have gone for England because of how they performed in the last game, but I think this one will be really, really tough because of the history behind this fixture. So I think at this point I would say probably will end in a 1-1 draw between USA as well as England. So it's going to be 1-1 draw because it seems to be a balanced game. So I'm saying it's going to be 1-1.
1-1. England versus USA. I don't think I have a particular prediction. Well, I actually see England winning, but I don't think any of my predictions has actually been correct on the show. I think I just get win, but the correct scores is what I can't carry. But I think USA would get a goal, or it could end in a draw. But if it doesn't end in a draw, it's going to be 2-1 in favor of you.
And looking at what they have, if you want to look at,
we have the lineup. We have the starting 11. We have Matona. We have
Sergio Dest,
Walker.
We also have other players.
I think
Tyler Adams,
Christian Pulisic, Tim Weah had right for USA, and for England.
Okay, I think let me help you with that one. I think for England, in goal we have a Jordan Pickford, which is the man. Yes, in goal you have a Kieran Trippier. We still have the likes of John Stones, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, and then in the midfield we have Declan Rice, and then Jude Bellingham. That man has been doing very well for Borussia Dortmund. And then we have Bukayo Saka, the Arsenal man, who's deeply from
Jude Bellingham, who scored in the last match.
Yes, Ryan Sterling, and then the point man Harry Kane.
I mean, England.
It's basically the same. It's basically the same lineup from the last game.
I mean, they gave Gareth Southgate the results he wanted. So of course, he would definitely have the same lineup. So let's go on a quick break, guys. And when we come back, we'll discuss other things pertaining to the football. We'll be right back.
Don't get stuck in the past. Get all the latest news and happenings on blockchain and cryptocurrency only on CryptoTvPlus.
We all have a great story to tell. One that starts with a humble beginning, where we work hard, dream big, and learn to believe in ourselves. Where we rise to every challenge. That's how we can change the game. And together we can exchange the world. This is where our story begins. Join me on Binance. To the moon.
Supporting your country in the World Cup is super fun. So, how about you support them and earn money in the process? Join me every World Cup match day on Sports Fusion, where we talk about everything World Cup and give out cryptocurrency goodies.
Sport Fusion, where crypto meets sports.
Welcome back to the show. My name is Odyssey Jennifer, and this is still Sports Fusion. Unfortunately, Son had to run away but we'll see him more often in the studio from next week. So replacing him is Fate. Should I say it?
I'm so excited. I was waiting for Son to actually just continue, and then I'll just have to just be looking at you guys from behind the scene. But
So you don't want to be here?
of course, I really
For
enjoyed.
saying that, I'm introducing to you guys Faith Aqua coming back.
Don't try. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm really excited to be here. Again.
Okay, so since you are here, now that you are here, I need to predict England as well. You know, there's this spice when you make your predictions. You don't know a lot about football, but you
didn't have to say that.
Actually. I just
You didn't have to
let
say
me hear
that.
your prediction.
Okay, so I'm not going to be predicting based on words because I'm just going to be going by my gut. My gut is telling me England 3, USA 1.
Okay, England 3, USA 1. So crypto.
Michael, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? Is it that it's not
Michael, tell her
possible?
why you're laughing. Explain.
Is it that it's not possible?
Your gut is telling you something else.
Your God always tells me.
Let's just hope your daughter is right by this
It
time.
might be. I mean,
Might be.
who expected that Saudi Arabia would win Argentina?
3-1 is not even that bad. I just personally think that
At least she
USA
did say 5-0
like Nikkei. Yeah, but I personally feel like US will put on more fight. That's what I feel.
Okay. So guys, crypto meets sports, more possibilities, and from tomorrow, something big is coming to your screens tomorrow, and we'll be seeing shows that promise to change the world. So make sure you stay glued to Crypto TV Plus. So remember to join us later in the evening as we take post-match analysis, talk football, and all of that. So Faith, let's talk Binance again. You know, whenever you're here, all I see is
It has to be
It's
crypto.
crypto.
Yeah, all I see is
Crypto
I
expert.
think my middle name should now be Faith Crypto Acquirers so that we know
Okay,
that.
so Faith Crypto.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Now we
Jennifer.
have the Binance football fever, and a lot of people have started winning the daily challenges and all leading up to the leaderboard platform. So make sure that you join in on it. And there's another one. If you have or you see the Cristiano Ronaldo's advert playing, you can take a screenshot of it, post it. CZ, who is the CEO of Binance, promises to actually retweet, and possibly you can win something from it. Now, looking through, crypto and sports, the synergy between crypto and sports, NFTs, I haven't talked about the ticketing part. We have had series of events happen where, ticketing might be fraudulent. People can fake tickets. But with NFTs, you can have, the very right ticket that is original and will be on the blockchain that you can show to people when it's time. Also, other things, just moving into the, the Web3, we have So Rare, who is also into trading game cards and using players as NFTs to actually trade and win points. So we have a lot to gain from the Web3 space and from crypto in trading cryptocurrencies. The best way to get into the space, if you're coming through fan tokens, which will give you voting rights to actually make decisions when it comes to club, and also engage and connect with your club. You can go through socials.com, just go through socials.com, buy the Chili's token, and from there you can exchange it for the fan token you want, whether Juventus, whether PSG, just, AC Milan, any one of them that you want. And that's the best way to
as
enter
much
into the fan
as
token
Faith
world.
has been emphasizing on fan tokens, NFTs. Let me use your accent. Fan tokens and NFTs and the Binance football fever and CZ Binance. If you've not tried or made any attempt to get an NFT
I think
collection
Faith
or
should reach
buy
out
a
to them and
fan
fight
token,
them.
This is money,
Faith is going
guys.
to fight you.
Faith is going to
She's
reach out to
been
you and
putting-
fight
She's
you.
been putting out a lot of information.
I wish I could win the money, and then you guys don't have to get it.
But unfortunately, she can't because she doesn't know a lot about football. Sorry, darling.
Damn.
Shade.
Damn.
Shade.
Faith, we'll get back to that. Before the end of World Cup,
Before the end of World Cup,
I'll bring you up to speed.
He'll fight for you.
Jennifer, you're out of the equation
You're
at
fired.
this point. You're actually fired.
We'll win.
Okay, so Michael, let me come to you. England vs USA is basically Christian Pulisic vs Mason Mount, the two Chelsea boys.
Yeah.
So do you think Pulisic is going to step up?
I think it's not just even Pulisic versus Messi Mount, it's Pulisic versus the EPL because he basically plays his trade.
Yes,
He
that's
plays,
the word.
he plays
Pulisic versus the EPL
Yeah,
because it's England.
Yeah, he plays his trade out there with Chelsea in the EPL, and these are guys that he plays with and
There's
against
Sterling,
regularly.
there's
Messi Mount, and then
there's Jude
people
Bellingham,
that he
I mean,
plays against on a regular, at the likes of Harry Maguire, the likes of Kyle Walker, and all of that guys are people that he plays with week in, week out. Declan Rice and all of those English boys in there. So it's going to be a very beautiful matchup. There are times when we're growing up, we'll say, okay, this guy knows the secrets of the England side, so probably he can stab a dagger into their heart. So let's see if Christian Pulisic will be the one to do that today because. He knows the style of play of England. He's been with Chelsea for a while. Came in and then he has won lots of trophies with Chelsea. Won the UEFA Super Cup, won the UEFA Champions League, and then a couple of other trophies. So he knows the style of play with England. He knows what to expect. He has played against Bukayo Saka. He's played against Declan Rice. He has played with Mason Mount and then all of those guys. So it's going to be interesting to see how he holds his own against the English team.
This is one match you don't
Want to miss, yeah.
Christian Pulisic versus the
EPL.
EPL.
Yeah.
So before we continue, please, my darling viewers, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you share, make sure you give me your opinions. Let me know in the comment sections what you think. I am desperate. My ears are standing. My apropos ears antennas, they're up. I need to know what you think about England versus USA. Who is winning this one for you? Do you think Christian Pulisic is going to step up against his England teammates, or do you think the England teammates or the Premier League, like Michael calls it, is going to win this one against USA? So moving on, before we finally leave, for tomorrow we have Poland facing Saudi Arabia. We have Argentina
facing Mexico, the El Chapos.
Mexico, the El Chapos. And we also have Tunisia against Australia, and we have France, another exciting game versus Denmark. So I don't know what we expect. I mean, it's getting the World Cup is getting intense.
I think the biggest shock that we can get tomorrow is Saudi Arabia winning their game against Poland and picking one of the tickets and leaving Argentina, Mexico, and Poland to fight for the remaining one ticket. That would be like a fairy tale, like a very big storyline. So for Argentina versus Mexico.
I mean, do you think it's Saudi Arabia that beat Argentina? Do you think they can beat Poland?
For Poland, it's a must win. They drew their first game against Mexico, so they're on 1 point. They need to pick up at this. For Saudi Arabia, just avoid defeat. If they have 4 points, still
Mexico too is on 1 point. Argentina is on 0. The intensity of this
only Saudi Arabia have their destiny in their hands right now. For others, they have to work hard tomorrow.
But I'll be really happy for them. But won't you be?
I will.
I will.
And looking at what the incentives they get to gain, the reputation they get to add up.
There's a whole lot on the line.
So this time around, if they win their game against Poland, I guess it's one private jet.
It's possible.
Or they probably get a Tesla.
Very possible.
Please, Saudi.
I'm sure there'll be a week long holiday for everybody.
For everybody in Saudi. I mean, Saudi Arabia, they're having the time of their life.
If they get to qualify from that group, then it's a miracle, and I think they'll probably declare a 4 days public holiday or their prince and their prime minister.
As much as I believe in miracles, I just feel like the more you work, the more you get. So if you work for it, you probably will get it. And I feel like with the attitude they have brought,
we never can tell. It might just be a one-time thing. Might just be a one-time thing.
As much as it's a one-time thing, it's also we could also see a better performance than what they put out the last time. Argentina. I mean, imagine them getting inspiration from Rolls Royce. I mean, you're just seeing your Rolls Royce.
My only fear is now the table gets hotter.
Yeah.
Because now Argentina has gone back to the drawing board. Everybody's thinking, what did we do wrong?
Yeah.
And now they're coming back to Saudi with no, it's not going to happen. So I think
Poland also saw the first game, what Saudi Arabia did to Argentina, and now there's no underrating anymore. They just want to come in and go for the juggler.
Also a top side. I mean, they did not let go of their 3-point playing against.
They got 1 point against Mexico, so they got 1 point, and now they want to pick a maximum 3 points as well. So just as opposing to what Argentina did, where they underrated Saudi Arabia, I do not think that Poland will be doing that. They'll just come, okay, you know what? We don't want any surprises. We don't want rough play in here. Just go for the juggler. Lewandowski will be on fire, trying to get a goal in this tournament, and then win as much as possible.
Okay, so please, if you're watching us, make sure to join in the Binance Fever in the comment section, in the description box.
Yeah.
Click on the description box and join in the Binance Football Fever. I mean, it's Binance. Have
Yeah.
you guys not heard of Binance? Binance is all in your faces, and they're offering you free money. You should not let go of this one. Don't let go of the Binance Fever.
Now
So-
you get a chance to not just watch the football,
But
but
also
also
win.
earn. So now
Yeah.
we don't have all the chap just on social media. Now you can actually use your knowledge to actually
Yes,
gain
and they
something.
should also join KUCOIN. There's Binance,
Yeah.
and there's
There's also
KUCOIN. Make sure you
KUCOIN.
join in the KUCOIN challenge. Join in the
$50,000
Binance Football Fever. We've been shouting these things because we don't want Sapa to disturb you. Make
Oh,
sure
wow.
you join in the Binance Football Fever. I mean, the market has been really bad.
Of course.
Crypto market has been
We
really
had-
bad.
I mean,
Binance
and I
has
think,
a lot of
and I think
giveaways.
it's quite beautiful if one of our own viewers actually get to win. You understand? Like,
Exactly.
oh yeah, I heard from Sports Fusion on CryptoTvPlus,
Exactly.
and that's where I'm
Hammering on
coming
it.
from. So
Make sure you see Christmas is coming. I
We're doing you all a favor.
And funny enough, how I thought that, you know, with the whole FTX drama, you know, or
there's
the
nothing.
crypto exchanges or the
beautiful
crypto
that's
markets
coming.
would just be very down, and everybody would just be like, oh, let the work will happen, and you know, we'll figure it out. But they're still trying to put a foot forward that okay, everybody has to just enjoy
Get
the World Cup
something.
and
Yes,
get something from it.
yes.
So it's a bit a shame if all you can do is go on Twitter and all you do is tweet and
Banter
tweet
and
and tweet
banter
and
and
tweet,
banter.
and you don't have anything, because all we hear everywhere we go to is men talking about football. So put
Yes,
that
as
knowledge
much
into
as
use.
you talk about football,
You
make
have to
sure
earn
you
as well.
earn as well. It's important to earn from your passion. Earn from your passion. So, Faith, let me come to you. Do you think if Mexico wins, or so not Mexico, if Argentina wins or loses their game tomorrow, do you think it's going to affect their fan token?
I think it's going to affect their fan token. I think it's going to affect Messi's reputation,
Yeah.
because his reputation is on the line.
Yeah.
Because now it is no longer forget everything we've been saying, the team thing. At this point, is a one-man thing, because
Yeah.
everybody's
You
relying
can
on
see
Messi.
you can see Faith is beginning to change her.
No, the more
opinions and views.
I begin to see how the football works, it's just like every other market.
She's learning.
Right? It's just like every other market. There's sentiment, there's bias, there's also marketing,
And there's agenda.
and there's agenda, there's
Yeah.
profit.
Agenda.
So
Agenda
putting
always sells.
putting all those together, it is no longer about passion. It is now what can you offer. And I hope Argentina is able to bring their A game to the table. If
So
not,
if they don't bring their A game, what happens to their fan token?
their fan token will actually drop. Not to, you know, it's just in Nigeria or in Africa that when, you know, our club loses, we all go to from 100 to 0.
Yeah.
But there's still a little bit of
Yeah.
passion that will still put, you know, forward. But when it comes to the fan token, it's going to drop drastically. But I hope they actually get to go to the next round.
Okay, so I hope you guys actually do buy the Argentina's fan token. So in case they win, I'm sure you're sure that your GOAT is going to secure a win tomorrow. So you could get the fan token and hope that the fan token does better or do good when Argentina wins the game tomorrow. So that's coming to the end of the show. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Faith.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Michael.
As always.
And please, thank you, my followers. Don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms at CryptoTvPlus. Do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on that notification bell. Make sure you do. You don't want to miss out on our live sessions. Thank you for staying with me. My name is Audison Jennifer, and I'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.